Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Art Whisperer 88. Today I will be taking inspiration from nature. I was walking down this morning and I saw these beautiful leaves on the sidewalk, and they had the most incredible colors, a mix of dark reds and yellows and golds. And I thought they would make a good inspiration for some artwork. So I am going to use my reusable stencils and arrange some kind of composition. And I will be using more of the elongated shapes. So this way, these shapes are inspired by organic things in nature without being too literal, which makes it possible for you to interpret the forms as you wish in your mind. And that's what I like about abstraction. It kind of frees you. It does not hold you to a specific meaning. Okay, so now I will use this, what I call fillers. Okay, so instead of the usual Blickcrylic Mars Black, I'm going to use more of the browns and reds of autumn colors. So I have here rose madder, this is a very beautiful deep red. And this is burnt sienna. So as a first layer, I will try to lay down a very even and flat layer of this color. And as usual, I am working in sections because this is an 18 by 24 gel plate, and it can get overwhelming because it's such a large area to be applying color. So it takes a little bit of practice to figure out how much or how little paint you need. There's no hard and fast rule. I cannot tell you how many tablespoons or teaspoons. It's just a matter of judgment, and I eyeball it. Okay, I think that's a very even layer. And then again, I will add some of my scribble marks just to create some more interest. Okay. I'm glad I saved all these plastic trays. They really come in handy. Alright, I think I got them all. So the next step is to allow this to dry. This is a very critical step because if it isn't dry, then it's not going to work. It'll give me a chance to wash these. It's been about 5 minutes. So this is in a semi-dry state. It's still kind of sticky, but it's dry to the touch. And here's Naples yellow. Have a few spots of green gold. There's some cadmium yellow deep. So I will be using my baby brayers because I don't want to overmix. So I'm just making sure that the layer is very thin and very even without overmixing the colors. Because if the second layer is too heavy, too thick, it's not going to pick up the first layer. It's a matter of trial and error because it's a little difficult to explain, but you kind of get the hang of it after a few tries of how to pick up layers of paint with a gel plate. It is designed specifically to do that. I don't know of any other surface that behaves that way, and I think that's the reason why a gel plate is ideal for monoprinting, because you are able to pick up several layers at once. Again, I'm using Richeson watercolor paper. This is 88 pound and it is 22 inches by 30 inches. It's an ideal size for the 18 by 24 gel plate. Again, I am paying attention to the edges. And pressing hard. Okay. And I will leave this on for about 5 minutes, and the ceiling fan is going to help me. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's see how we did here. I think it's a good transfer. For some reason, this makes me think of apples. I think it's because of this very dark red color against the green. Very cool. It's totally unexpected result, but I'm happy with it. So let me air dry this again some more, and I will plan the third layer. think that's it for a third layer. I will be using, this is pearl red. It's an iridescent red. And just like all the other series of iridescent paints, it doesn't look like anything in the tube. It looks white. But here's the color sample when it dries. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of like a pinkish, pearly pinkish finish. And I think it'll be an interesting contrast to the other colors that are on the print right now. Now, since there are so many nooks and crannies here, I'm going to use a smaller brayer. Now, one thing about these iridescent colors, they do go on as white, so it's difficult to see on the plate. I have to take my time and just make sure that I have an even coat. This is the part where you have to be patient. It takes a while to get all these little areas filled in. Okay. Took a little bit of doing, but it's all worth it. Now this leftover paint is, I trust that it will not transfer because it's dry. Okay. So here is the first layer. I'll be right back. Okay, here is the exciting part. Let's see how we made out. I'm glad this didn't transfer because it's dry. I like that. I like the fact that the last layer is very light and transparent, and it doesn't cover what's underneath, and I think it works to its advantage, creating this sense of depth and movement. So I will air dry this and then recap. Okay, everybody, let me show you a close-up. Again, this iridescent red is very effective. It shimmers as the light moves. It's actually hard to appreciate on camera because the hints of color are very subtle. It's kind of the closest thing I can think of is the iridescent nature of a dragonfly's wing. It doesn't show up here on the video because the camera has its limitations, but as the light moves, color changes, and I think it's fascinating. I hope you like this video. Please share this with your friends. Give me a thumbs up. Please pay a visit to artwhisperer88.com, which is my storefront. And all these pieces are on sale with free shipping within the United States. And all the proceeds help to keep my channel going. Thank you again, and I hope to see you next time.